Hello everybody, my name is Oleh, I'm a .NET developer, and today we're going to talk about a way to migrate from .NET Core the second version to the current version of the .NET, which is 7.1. So let's proceed it on the real example. So assuming we have a quite outdated diploma project which was built in 2019 using the .NET Core 2.2. So let's go to the CS project file and see the default stub. So here we have our baseline, and as we can see in the NuGet packages that the solution currently has just two implicitly installed packages. There are ASP .NET Core app and ASP .NET Core app. But it has quite a lot of implicitly installed packages within the .NET Core second runtime, and its number is almost 100. So yeah, it's quite a big number. So let's start the migration from. So it's the MVC, like I have mentioned before, diploma project. So the just a regular MVC pattern, and we are going to migrate it to .NET 7 and check whether everything works. So first of all, let's look at this file. So let's minimize it. So we have this thing here. So and let's step by step migrate it to the current update. So we do not change this one, Microsoft.NET SDK Web, because it hasn't been changed since the second version. Also we have this assembly title, company version, okay, let it be so, but let's make the version the second one, because we are completely upgrading it to the recent .NET framework. Also let's keep these ones and these names, yeah, so it currently has no sense to change. But here we have the lang version, and the lang version property for the .NET 7 is C#11 by default, so we can easily omit this one. It's no problem. Also we need to go, we need to look for other properties, and yeah, so here the runtime identifiers. So as far as it is now, this the way of explicitly specifying the runtime platform for now has a bit changed. So no the runtime identifiers, but currently we should specify first of all the platform target. And let it be x64. So it will be the x64 platform, because x86 is completely almost not used for now, and we are assuming that we are running it on the x64 machine in order to get this code compiled just with privilege for this platform. And also we need to specify the target framework. So here we have target framework, we have the runtime framework version, but obviously we do not need this one because it's like a precise specifying of the version, and it's quite outdated now. And here, instead of using .NET Core App 2.2, we should specify .NET 7 and this one for Windows. So currently we are running this one on Windows machine. Next we have this ASP.NET Core module name, and this setting is also a bit outdated because the hosting on the E server currently does not need this property, so we can easily remove it. And this one, ASP.NET Core app, we do not need explicitly reference this package, but we need probably to reference the package for the entity framework. So let's omit it, and let's do the first build. So probably there will be a lot of errors now. Yeah. So you can see we are lacking the entity framework package, but we can easily add it via this package reference. So we will be adding it this explicit way, and let's save and let's rebuild. Yeah, but we have one reference probably exception, and here we do not have the database error page. So yeah, let's comment it for now, and let's search for the alternative a bit later. So here we have migrated the CS proj file. So it is the first step, but we also need to bring very complex changes to the program CS file. So first of all, we are going to rewrite this one with the top-level statements template, so which does not explicitly specify the, for example, namespace or the class program. So the top-level statements template currently begins with making a builder, and it will be web application dot create builder. So create builder, and let's specify the arguments for it. So it will be the first step, and after that we need to proceed with migrating this one. So first of all, we are gonna use here, when we have the configuration of the services, we can just take this scene. One moment. Oh, here. So we can take this collection, paste it here, and instead of using the collection here, we can proceed with builder.services, and here we go. So, and let's replace the collection with builder services. So, and let's replace here, and these ones for our statements that were inserted here. And also we need to double check the services in order to check if everything everything of this is needed. So first of all, a HSTS service, okay. Let it be with these options. Next, HTTPS redirection, okay. So we are specifying some options in an explicit way, so let it be this way. Next, we are going to configure the cookie options, and we can discard this parameter, and let's keep these options. Also, we have the authentication. So, and it is a cookie authentication, and it has the default login path. Okay, but unfortunately we are not explicitly using the memory cache service, so we can omit this one. And also, if we search across the project for session usage, we see that there are no session usage in terms of the entire MVC project. So unfortunately, we do not need this one in the services, because currently it's not used, and if it will be used in the future, so we can easily add it by the time it will be needed. So okay, let's omit it. Also, we have the compression option, so let it be this way. And here we have our response compression, so we are enabling it for HTTPS. We have providers, and we have types for which this compression is going to work. But there is a more convenient way to specify this parameter. So instead of doing this one, we can just one moment we can, and also here we are explicitly adding the MVC this way, so probably we are not gonna need this one. And also we have our DB context, and let's alter it a bit with this one, because there are two byte practices, and the first one is specifying the connection string via hard code, and the second one we specifying the credential explicitly this way. So it's very bad practice in terms of any project. So let's create our app settings JSON file. Settings.json, and yeah, so here settings JSON file, and here let's create a section called connection strings, and let's make a section here, and let's specify our connection string. So it will be something like this one, but we need to alter it a bit. So let's create the default connection. Default connection, and let it be, first of all, it will be data source. Data source will be the local host. Next, we need to have an initial catalog. So an initial catalog we can keep from this, so it will be distance. And also we should use the integrated security instead of explicitly specifying the secure server parameter. So secure server user, and do not hard code it. So here we have this connection string, and after that we are going to use secure server. We are going to remove it and type instead of this builder.configuration.get connection string, and let's provide it with the name of this one. So here we have specified the connection string we need for our purposes. And next, one moment about this this response compression. So one moment. I need to verify. So where we have the MIME types, we can easily specify the all types instead of specifying per format which we are going to compress. So let it be all scripts or all texts and all images, and we can do it by this way. So, and we are gonna not to use this one. So, and let's validate it a bit. So, and approximately it has everything that we need. And also, one moment about this one. We have completely forgotten about our one important settings in the at least two important settings in the .NET 7. So first of them is implicit users, and we should set it to true to omit some references which are referenced by default, and we can go and clean them. So we are references these ones by default, and let's look here. And we see these references are referenced from the global users by using these implicit reasons. And also we should include such a sentence as server garbage collection. So server garbage collection, and for the development purposes, let's set it to false, because it saves us some memory in terms of developing and the debugging process. And after that, when we have specified all our services needed, we can just proceed with our application equals builder dot build. So here we have the application which will be used for the second part here. So when we are doing our using directives, and also we have the initial seed method here. So we also need to include this one, which is providing some initial data for the database. So that, yeah, and namespaces also we should refactor it to file scopes namespace, and for each file we have in solution. So it will be this fast way. Yeah, so let's copy all these references here and paste it to our new template here. Instead of using a builder, we are going to use our application dot this all users. So currently we are not using session. Use cookie policy, yes. Static files response compression, and yeah, so status code with page redirects, okay. And instead of this, yeah, so probably it's also an outdated directive. So let's look at the alternative for it. So probably it should be not the user receive is default route, but it should be map default controller route. So it will map the default route for our home controller and for others controllers. And also we need to look at this one. So we have the DB context hidden here. And the initialize method here. So we can also make it as an extension of the DB context, and we can bit factor it. So first of all, we can alter this one of application services with service provider. So it can be services. We can get here get service of type of our DB context we have registered here, and dot initialize. And probably while it's an async task, we can specify the await keyword here. And the last directive which we are going to use, it will be application.run here. And let's remove this outdated stuff. So it's, yeah, that's probably a comment for now, and let's remove these ones. And also we can do one more refactoring with our using directives. So we can just bring them to one file. So let's create a global users here. And let's bring the directive from here to here, and let's use the global keyword. So the keyword of global will be for all these directives, and we can easily omit them here. And also let's check what we have in controllers. So we can also do this way. So we can easily omit it from here. Yeah, so this also too. We'll be moving to users file. So we do not need the directives anymore. Also here. Here, let's do this more automated way. And let's remove the annotations because it's quite not so needed in the project, because we are knowing precisely what our smiles are, or which are not so important. So we do not specify explicitly this stuff, and here we can also move it here. Let's look. Yeah, so here. Also. So here. So it's just kind of not so interesting work, but it needs to be done in a fast way. So in order to ensure the proper code quality. Yeah, removed. Let's rebuild it. Yeah, so here we have successfully built our project. Let's look at the NuGet now, and we see only one explicitly installed package, explicitly installed package, which is Entity Framework SQL Server, and here we see only 60 packages which are implicitly installed. So we have just moved from 285 approximately to just 60. So yeah, it's quite a good upgrade. And after that, let's look at our configuration launch settings on file. So we can also iterate a bit. And first of all, let's keep only one profile. So it will be section 1 moment profiles, these settings. So we do not need these explicitly settings. Here also we have the profile section, and let's keep this one distance profile to be for our application, and let's rename it to app. First of all, we have our command line project. For example, we do not want to launch browser every time we build or rebuild, so let's remove it. Also, we have here two URLs. So let's do it this way, and let's start our application with the default ports for localhost. So it will be port 80 for HTTP and port 433 for HTTPS1. And here we have the ASP.NET Core environment, which is set to development because we are running it on the development machine. And here let's update our launch profiles here. So we have the app here. Also, we can specify the runtime explicitly, for example, but there is no requirement to do this. Yeah, so let's keep it this way and let's try to run it in the debug mode. And I'm able to find the required service. Probably it's line 39. So yeah, let's look at it. What do we have in line 39? Very strange. Map default controller route. Let's run it one more time. ASP.NET Core builder .endpoint ensure controller services. One moment. So probably we have not registered some kind of service for this one. So let's look at another project which we have for MVC. And yeah, unfortunately, we do not have the MVC registration, so the new way. So for example, it can be registered just near the authentication here, and we need to provide builder.services add controller with views. So it's a required directive for the MVC template. But let's give it another run. Can't resolve scope instance context. Yeah, so we have this case of the dependency injection that cannot resolve the scoped service. Yeah. So let's look at the alternatives of this one, which we can possibly use. So one moment. And scope factory. One moment. And let's try another way of doing this. So let's keep it await application.services create scope. So here we create a scope for the service. Next we are gonna do service provider get service of the distance context, and let's run this one here. Let's comment it out. So this way we are resolving the probably resolving the scope of this DB context. Successfully established bust. Very interesting. No certificate chain issued. Probably it's a kind of obvious error here. So we have established the connection to the SQL server, but we have this case with the certificate. So it's something with the connection string here. So let's take a look. Security, and let's search for this case. Maybe created security. So probably I Probably we have encountered this kind of this exception before, so let's take a look and let's and yeah, we have one option here which we are missing is to trust server certificate, which we have set it to true. So here one, and let's take another run. Here we see our statements executing, and let's launch this app. And something strange happening. So obviously we have the application running, but it's not connecting for now. So okay, let's run it, and let's comment this method because it's only for the first run to ensure the database is created. So for the first run, and let's comment it and let's run it one more time. So we have the app listening, we have no errors, but the application here is not responding, so there's something very strange. Let's debug it. Yes. Yeah, and here we see our application running in the browser. So yeah, we have successfully migrated the application from .NET Core 2.2 and to the .NET 7 actual version. So this way. And also, let's take a look. So here we have the new config set up, which is actual for the .NET 7, and here we are having the commented outdated config, which we can easily remove for now. So that's it. That was the complete migration process from the quite outdated for now .NET Core 2nd to the current version of the .NET, which is 7. So hopefully this video would be helpful for you. If you have any ideas or comments, please write to me, and have a nice day.